What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. Tyson Fury facing an 8-year ban from boxing if he is found guilty by the doping officials of tampering with evidence after shock claims from a farmer that says he was offered 25,000 pounds to lie in UKAD statements about supplying contaminated boar meat. Now, of course, UKAD are poised to open a new investigation into Tyson Fury and his cousin, Hughie. A farmer alleged that he was offered 25,000 pounds to lie about their failed drug test. The pair are facing possible 8-year suspensions if they are found guilty. Wow. The UK anti-doping will investigate Tyson Fury and his cousin Hughie after explosive allegations that a member of their team offered farmer 25,000 pounds to lie about how they each failed a drug test in 2015. While the national doping watchdog is remaining tight-lipped, Sports Mail understands that they are set to act on the extraordinary new information brought to light by the Mail on Sunday. If the Furies are found guilty of a potential new charge of tampering with the initial investigation, which led to backdated 2-year bans for the Furies in 2017 for their nandrolone positives, then they would each be facing possible 8-year suspensions for a second offense. Wow. This comes, of course, after Martin Carefoot claims that he says he lied when he submitted 2 written statements to the Fury's legal team in 2017 to say he had supplied the fighters with uncastrated wild boar meat. The defense blamed the presence of nandrolone metabolites and on the ingestion of offal of uncastrated wild boar or pig, or alternatively from contaminated supplements. Okay, Carefoot was heaped huge uncertainty over the fighters by retracting the contents of his statement, copies of which have seen by Sports Mail. They are marked before the National Anti-Doping Panel between UK Anti-Doping versus Tyson Fury and Hughie Lewis Fury, and their possible use in the Fury's defense will be of particular relevance to a new UKAD inquiry. The Furies have not yet addressed the allegations, which include a claim from Carefoot that he was promised $25,000 from a member of their entourage via a friend for his part in this deal. The identity of the entourage member is known to Sports Mail. Fury posted a cryptic social media message in which he and acquaintance were dressed as Batman and Robin with the words, "We was doing a half a marathon today, but got canceled for the obvious sick reasons. But we gonna do a half a marathon at home, Batman and Robin." Okay, look. We got this farmer. We've talked about this today. I did a live stream on this already. And it all comes down to this guy that because he didn't get his money, because he wasn't compensated for lying for the Furies, he's now whistleblowing. This is exactly what he's doing. He is coming with evidence that he was supposed to keep silent. And this goes to show you, if Tyson Fury and Hughie, if these guys paid this guy, or supposed to pay this guy to lie, they should have paid him. You know? And it's sad and it's weird because this is like one of those integrity things, because even though they were banned, I think the ban and the length of the ban was because of the farmer giving the excuse, right? But I think what happened in this situation, since they were still banned, and I guess they thought that because the farmer cooperated with this situation or this ordeal, that they got less time. And since they thought they would get no time, then therefore they didn't pay the man. Obviously, if they would have paid the man, something would have happened. Now, this is the question you ask yourself. How can we link Tyson Fury or a part of Tyson Fury's entourage to Tyson Fury and Hughie Fury themselves? Because it wasn't them that came to this guy. It was some friend of Tyson Fury or Hughie Fury. So how can you connect those guys, and how can you prove that those guys were for Tyson Fury, or those guys were in some kind of connected part? What does that have to do with Tyson Fury and Hughie? Because again, he has to prove that those guys were sent by Tyson Fury. How is he going to do that? You know what I mean? You're saying that this guy came on the behalf of these other guys. How do we prove that? You see what I'm saying? So yes, a lot of people are jumping for joy. I know the Wilder fans, because he took an ass whooping. And the ironic thing about that is that has nothing to do with that fight whatsoever. Nothing. Okay. Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder's ass. And the excuses that they're using, that even Deontay Wilder didn't use, this just piles on top of it. So this makes it look worse. If you have an excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse, and then something actually happens, which I feel is really too convenient, honestly, because what's the odds of all this stuff coming out now? But it's just a perfect time for this to pop off, right? So the fix could be in. I don't know who Tyson Fury pissed off. Obviously a farmer, you know what I mean? But here's the deal. That farmer is going to have to prove that this guy reached out to him. So if they just approached him and it was a hearsay deal, like, hey, we'll give you 25,000 pounds if you write this particular letter, and he's dumb enough to do that, like I said before, he's dumb enough to do that and didn't get his money for doing this shit, that's on him. And honestly, he should be on trial for lying anyway. It goes back to the farmers. Like, okay, you're telling us, UKAD, that you lied to get paid. That's what it comes down to. This guy lies because he thought that they were going to pay him for lying. You know? And it's weird because these guys here, these guys supposed to pay this farmer, pissed off this farmer, you know, and you know, and he didn't get his money. Now he wants his money. So it's crazy, you know. And he said he didn't supply him with the meat. And he said, oh, this is getting too out of hand. And this is what he had to say. Check this out. This farmer, Carefoot says, I feel sick of the lies and the deceit. The public need to know the truth. Lancaster farmer who provided crucial evidence for Tyson Fury's doping hearing claims he was offered 25,000 pounds to give a false account of how the star failed a drug test in 2015. Tyson Fury's boxing future in doubt after shock claims that the member of the team offered a farmer 25,000 to lie about providing wild boar meat to cover up failed drug tests in 2015. Tyson Fury's rocky road to glory as Gypsy King is hit with fresh allegations over evidence given during the 2015 drug tests in that year. Tyson Fury has had 2 fights in his career. He has been careful what he wishes for. Anthony Joshua fires warning to Gypsy King as the fans dream of a British fight. Now, this guy's a whistleblower, man. And, you know, if you're going to be dirty, and there's no honor among liars or thieves. And this guy's mad because he went out for bat for whoever, allegedly, because we don't know. First of all, we don't know the evidence that they have. It all could be a smokescreen, but we don't know. Obviously, he wants money. He wanted money. And don't be surprised, guys. Mark my words. If this guy all of a sudden withdraws, right, that means they've paid him off. That means he's got something that he was looking for. He might get more this time. He might get 50,000 pounds, you know, just to shut him up, just to make him sit down, because obviously the thing that motivates this guy is money. Now, the ironic thing is this guy's talking like he has so much fucking integrity, but he really doesn't. I feel sick of the lies and the deceit. You were paid to lie and deceive people. So what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? You're sick of it now? Would you give your life to Christ all of a sudden? Because if not, you're just perpetrating a fraud, and you're doing this because you did not get paid. You're not sick of the deceit. You're sick of the lies that somebody lied to you to lie to someone else. You know what I mean? That's if that's the case. You know, but then this guy is coming to do this, but at what expense? What did it gain? Again, what did it gain for this guy to tell those lies like he did? Okay, they still were banned. They were banned all the way through. So I don't see what the big deal was. You know, and it's just crazy. It's unfortunate if Tyson Fury and Hughie Fury, if they get themselves, because this is almost like double jeopardy at this point. You know, they're saying, oh, if he tampered with evidence. No, he made someone else lie on his behalf, probably to make his sentence more smoothly or not as harsh. But then if you tampered with it, not only did he lose that time, right? Because we're not sure if Tyson Fury himself lost that time or fell into that depression due to the ban and all the other stuff he was going through. You know, now you're saying that, yes, he popped dirty for nandrolone, but it's nothing new that you found out that he had in his system. The only thing that's found out is how it got there. It's still there nonetheless. So what you're going to do, you're going to wait 5 years later to listen to some farmer say, hey, I lied about it. So then you're going to go back and try to backdate 8 years. Or you tell this person he can't fight for 8 years for something that you already popped him for. You know, I think that's what you call an overcharging situation. You know what I mean? Facing 8 years, that's harsh. That puts him at what, 39 years of age if he can fight again? That's a long time. And what would Fury do in that meantime? Maybe he would go back in the same unfortunate predicament or situation that he was in when he did fail to mental illness. And he said it himself, there's no cure for this. You know, so I don't know what he did back 5 years ago after he beat Klitschko. I don't know. But I can tell you this. This is an overcharging situation. And UKAD has been notorious for doing silly shit like that, like they did to Dillian White, like they did to Eric Molina. And is it Eric Molina? I think it's Eric Molina. And they waited a long time and backdated a point like, oh, yeah, you tested positive for this a while back. And that's exactly what they did. But anyway, this is crazy. I hope this isn't the case. But we will see if it unravels. I got to wait, and we have to see what Hughie Fury says, you know, in regards to this, what Tyson Fury says in regards to this, and we'll see if it holds any weight. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this ordeal. Please subscribe, and you guys can Counterpunch. Peace.